The situation that happened between Mick Jenkins and I, what stopped Will Prince Art from rocking with our album is I had made like a simple tweet. I talked about this popular club called East Room. I made a comment about East Room having refried groupies in there and guys that look at your sneakers, you know what I'm saying, when you having a conversation with them. And I made that tweet and it just blown out, like it was just blown out of proportion. People was just left and right, you know, coming out of nowhere. And one example, Mick Jenkins, you know what I'm saying, he took his verified platform to say this nigga Vic Spencer body cheddar bobs himself. Like that mean, you know, I always kill myself, man. He don't know me from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why he feel empowered to, you know, speak on my name in this capacity, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just told him that I'll destroy him lyrically. I'll destroy him musically, you know what I'm saying? And that's just a whole nother story. And he started rapping on Twitter, you know, making little rap bars. I was like, nah, enough of that. I just went to the studio and recorded Dick Jerkins. And from that moment when I released that song, it was just like I was you just see burning bridges just forming. I'm just watching with some shades on, just like, whoa, what did I just do here?
Yeah, people definitely took sides, man. Like,
yeah,
they took the more popular side and kind of just put us like in a blackballed it pretty much.
Yeah, and it's a shame because I had just seen him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even say a word to me. You know what I'm saying? He was laying up. He tall as hell. He was laying on like 7 chairs, and the last chair was with his girl. He laying on her lap like at a Saba show. So why, you know what I'm saying? Why, like, you ain't had no business, you know what I'm saying my name like that. And you a rapper. I ain't gonna, like, Joe Fresh Goods and all those guys, of course they were offended, you know what I'm saying? And he just like didn't mind his business, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't speaking on him, and if it was, then if the shoe fits, then wear it, you know what I'm saying? But since then, me and Mick squashed the beef, you know, it was a little fake beef or whatever. And you know, it's cordial. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna happen. You know,
rap beef.
Yeah, a little rap beef. People were excited that it just stayed on record because he responded. He dropped a diss record on my birthday, and you know, everybody was choosing sides. Then I was just getting ate the whole month of September. Like I was in 2015, I was getting ate up. Like, you know, it was, and it's crazy that we call the album Still Here because here I am till this day. You know what I'm saying? Flourishing and being the best artist that I can be. After he tweeted, "I killed a man in 2015," and you know I'm still here. And you know, and then it just goes to the album, like, you know, I'm still here. I'm still flourishing. And speaking of which, didn't that same year my album appeared in Rolling Stones? The Cost of Victory appeared in Rolling Stones top 40 albums that year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he didn't drop. He dropped something. They ain't do that. So you know what I'm saying. I'm still here, and that's, you know, it's just as simple as plain. You know what I'm saying. We talked about it. I had told him if I was a white man that said that, would the tweet be powerful as it was? No, you got a point there. You know. So you know, it is what it is. We talked it out, and you know, best of luck to him. You know what I'm saying. Just the whole Fat Tiger, you know, that was their thing. You know, they were pretty offended at what I said, and you know, words was exchanged, and you know, nothing real like violent happened. But you know, me and Joe became the best of buddies afterwards. You know, like years down the line, like maybe a couple years ago, I just reached out to him, just like, man, Joe, I respect what you're doing. On my behalf, I apologize for any of my behaviors. You know what I'm saying? He did the same, and we've been cool ever since. Like, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? He definitely been looking out for me on the level where people didn't get the memo. Because, you know, I walk in Fat Tiger, chop it up with Joe, and Mick sitting right there. It's funny as hell. People are looking like, oh, man, wait a minute, I ain't get the memo. And you know, Joe ain't got to answer to nobody, and you know what I'm saying. It's just like a whole bunch of it's just the Chicago scene versus Vic Spencer. The consensus is going to be there, whether you know, whether it's Joe, me and Joe partnering up and doing things like he appeared on one of my last albums last year. You know what I'm saying? Joe Fresh Goods ain't never popped up on nobody's album, and he got relationships with a lot of Chicago artists. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I always lead by example, and Joe understands that we're both Libras, if that means anything, and you know what I'm saying? We hashed it out. We made it work. But everybody that didn't get the memo, it's kind of like, well, how come now I ain't got no reason to like Vic Spencer now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you only was not liking me because Joe didn't rock with me. But now we cool now. So now it's when you see me at the events and I'm feeling like I'm plugged and whatnot, you know, people looking like, man, what he doing here? You know what I'm saying? And all because of a tweet. This is all because of a tweet, and it didn't make sense on neither parties. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like if I was just a regular Joe Blow that said that tweet, it wouldn't have meant nothing. But I feel like Vic Spencer has some sort of weight in the Chicago music scene or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I be naive of that, so I be saying whatever the hell I want to say, and you know that's how it turned out. But me and Joe, best of brothers now. You know what I'm saying? Talk all the time, talk about family stuff all the time, and you know, still here.
I mean, just as an outsider looking in, I definitely see the consensus that's against Vic. You know what I'm saying? I never understood it because it's like I only see the art in it, and they just I guess it's other things that they don't like about him, but I don't get that energy, so I never paid attention to it. And I always try to tell Vic, man, just to leave. Just don't let that get to you, because he's very passionate, you know what I'm saying? So anything you can rattle him up a little bit. So it's like just trying to calm him down, man. Just focus on the music, man. Put it in the bars, you know what I'm saying? Just always take that energy and put it into the music, and it's gonna pay dividends in the end. And it did. You know, it's just you just gotta just wipe that hate off your shoulder, use it as fuel. You know, I always tell him, just put it in the bars, man. Don't even worry about it. Just the work is gonna show at the end. So, you know, just saying like our manager Johnny Smalls always say, just let the work show. And that's just the mindset I always have, is just head down, work, and it's gonna pay off in the end, man. The fans are the ones that really matter the most. Rap is competitive, man, so it's like it's still a blood sport at the end of the day. People don't see it that way. A lot of the young people don't see it that way, but it really is, because the way we came up, it was, you know, you got to speak your piece, man, and be about what you say. And Vic's always been like that. He's always been about what he says. So that's what I always try to champion the most, is just his realness on in the mic and in the bars, and just everything he does is genuine. So I don't understand the hate that he gets, because he wears his heart on his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to not like a person like that.